Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. So if you watched the last video, you'll notice that I created a GPT called BudgetBuddy. The purpose of the GPT is to assist you in managing your finances. It's a simple process. Basically, you take your receipts as they come along, you take a picture of it, and you upload it into ChatGPT or BudgetBuddy for this case, and let BudgetBuddy do the rest. But I thought about it a little bit more, and I thought about the user experience. That might not just get everybody to the point where they can think they have financial assistance. And that's when I thought about how we can take the user experience to the next level in this version. So do not talk too much. Let's just get into it, and I'll explain as we go along what type of updates are built into the application and what you can expect from future updates. So without further ado, why don't we just jump into it? So how does one get started with BudgetBuddy? Well, it's quite a simple process. The way I developed the application was to take you through a user experience journey while you're uploading your information. So the first thing you want to notice is when you look at the screen, you'll notice that there's one conversational starter. It says click here to start your financial journey. So let's click here and start a financial journey. Once you click, you'll notice that BudgetBuddy gives you an instant response, and it's always the same two lines. It says, great, let's get started on your budgeting journey. I'm BudgetBuddy. What do other mortals call you? For this instance, I'm going to respond with Todd. So let's go with Todd. And then you will notice that BudgetBuddy will give you another response. The first thing it does is it says, acknowledges that it's a pleasure to work with you today. Once you provide your name, BudgetBuddy will remember your name from this point onwards and usually refer to you by name as we go through the conversations. Before we get started, BudgetBuddy needs to know what is the purpose of today's visit. Now, so far, the GPT can do three things. Number one, it can help you track a budget from various versions of budgets, but that's the general point of it. I created a hotkey called /budget. So if you just wanted to get there automatically, you could just use that command. Or BudgetBuddy also offers the ability to learn more about what BudgetBuddy can do. And that's option B. If you click that, it'll take you through the process of explaining what receipt analysis is, monthly summaries, saving plans. It will take you through a journey of better understanding what BudgetBuddy can do to better assist you. And then the third option that BudgetBuddy can offer is it gives you a small quiz that allows you to test your financial knowledge in everyday situations. The idea behind the quiz is you'll get 10 questions, you would answer it, and as you go through the process, BudgetBuddy should assess your ability to answer those questions and based on the amount that you got right and wrong, and then give you an easier or more challenging quiz to better your understanding of the field of finances. Okay, so for this exercise, we're going to go through all, but let's just start with A first. So let's say we're going to do a monthly budget, which is step A. And like I said, /budget, do the coaching in there also, but the whole point is to take it through the experience. So once you acknowledge which the reason for using BudgetBuddy, it will then go through the process of taking you through the next steps. Okay, so if you want to capture a budget, there are three types of budgets that we focused on for the application. Number one, a general monthly budget. That's not necessarily per month. It can be a period over 2 or 3 months or longer than that. The point is it can give you periodical feedback per month or keep track of it in a general sense. But what if it was a specific budget for a specific project? So not necessarily a project to just see what your spending is, but maybe you want to save towards a specific project. So first thing BudgetBuddy needs to know is what is the main goal of this budget? Are we here to track a monthly budget, a project budget, or just an event budget? For this case, we're just going to go with a monthly budget as it's just a general sense of showing you how the application is taking you through the response and user engagement process, right? Okay, so again, you'll notice that all we had to do from a user side is just type in a letter A, B, or C. So we have a little prompt back and forth going up until we get to the point where we're actually going to provide a receipt. So once you provide your category or the main reason for this budget, the next question BudgetBuddy will always ask you is, what is the total budget we're working with? Now, for this section, I would recommend just writing the amount and not putting in a currency because it might just acknowledge it as a base currency of dollar for now. But the moment you upload your receipts, it will change to whatever currency is available on your receipt. Next thing you know, BudgetBuddy responds with okay, noted. And then he goes further by explaining we get to set up budget milestones or budget alerts. The purpose of this feature is to keep track of certain specific criteria in your expenditure. Maybe you just want to track the amount of money you're spending on snacks. Maybe you just wanted to track the amount you're spending on formula. I'm not sure what is your use case, but the idea is if you just want to keep track of certain specific elements within your budget, this is the perfect way to set it up before we get started. You don't have to do it right now. You can do it later in the process. Let's go with yes and see what they offer us first. So we go with A. So it says, okay, awesome, Todd. Let's see what those budget alerts and milestones are. Here are some options to consider. So you'll notice that even if you're not aware of what a milestone is or budget alert, it will know and it will guide you through the process. The purpose of this is to track a specific expense within your process without actually having to keep track of it individually. If there's something specific we want to keep track of inside of our budget process, we can just note it here and the BudgetBuddy will keep a mind of it and always check in relation to that. So for example, if you just wanted to know how much you're spending on cool drinks, you could say cooling is a special item and you want to keep track of it, and then BudgetBuddy will assist you going through the process. So let's see some of the functions BudgetBuddy offers when we ask for assistance when it comes to budget alerts. It says that here are some options to consider. Percentage spend alert. Get notifications when you spend a certain percentage on your budget. How about setting up a 50, 75%, and 90% rule? Category spending limits. Want to cap spending in specific categories like groceries or entertainment? It's a good idea. Weekly spending check-ins. Review a weekly summary of your spending and keep on track. What about milestone celebrations? We can set a milestone where like saving $100 and celebrate when you hit it. So think about it. If you wanted to get to a certain savings goal, we could say at this point, time to save this much. Make sure that we keep that much available. It's very cool. Anyway, let's just say you don't know what milestones you want right now and we're just going to move on through the process. Say, no milestone. We'll skip through the next question. Okay. So once we provided our milestones, we then move on to our next phase of the question. Basically at this point, all BudgetBuddy is going to say is, got it. He's going to say, awesome, Todd. Thanks for sharing. I got what I need. So when you get this message, basically what BudgetBuddy is saying is it's prepared to keep track of your various expenses against the criteria you have provided so far. So BudgetBuddy goes further and says, when you are ready, please provide the images of the receipts and I will take care of the rest. So let's do that. Let's provide 1 or 2 receipts and let's see what BudgetBuddy does with it. So the idea right now is I'm going to upload a picture by selecting just one slip of my computer. I'm going to click open. And again, guys, you can either take it with your phone or you can upload your pictures to your PC. It's really either or. You don't have to give any command, just upload the picture and then BudgetBuddy should analyze it and provide you with certain information. But we'll break that down now. Okay. So BudgetBuddy responds with, got it, Todd. Here is the summary. The current receipt total is 126.33. It gives the number of items and the total expense to date, and then it gives you the remaining balance. At this point on, BudgetBuddy will just say, keep providing the images as you get them, or please upload the receipts as they come along, and it will take care of the rest. So let's provide one more. So we're going to go again, attach it. The idea is to keep track of it as long as you give it concurrent information. It doesn't even matter what it is, but I'm just going to add quickly a food lovers one. So again, you'll notice that it gives updated to your summary. So it gives again the current receipt total, so that the total on the current receipt, the number of items that you get on the current receipt, the total expense to date, so that is the total on the current receipt plus the total of all previous receipts to date, and then the remaining budget. The idea between those last two totals is if you always add them up, you should get your original budget. Just a good way to keep track of making sure that the AI isn't hallucinating or lying to us, or we just want a quick overview making sure everything is working as expected. Once you provide the receipts, we can now go through the point of asking information about it, right? So now we're going to go with insights. So maybe at this point you uploaded your data, but you're not sure what to ask about your data. So that's why I created another hotkey called insights. At this point, you can type in /insights if you want to. And if you do, it should give you a list of options that it can guide you through better understanding your data. When it eventually responds, it will say, hey Todd, here are some insights I can provide about your data. Number 1, it can give us a receipt analysis. If we go through this process, it should basically ask us to upload again a receipt and give us a deeper dive, or we can just say, do a receipt analysis on the receipts provided to date. Then we can do spending habits. So if we click spending habit insights, which we're going to do next, you'll notice that it's going to give us insights into our spending habits based on the receipts provided to date. If I set up any budget alerts or milestones or want to know more about it, or even want to set up now, you could go via option C. Then saving suggestions is just like general tips and financial hints that will help you better understand all your money and your financial circumstances to make smarter decisions in the future. So the last one is obviously monthly summaries. That's just a period in which you want an update of your information. So if you were providing receipts over, let's say 3 to 4 months or 5 months, but you just wanted to get an update monthly, this would be the place you get it from. Okay, for this example, we're gonna just go through option B. So we're gonna ask for spending habits insights. And again, you'll notice that I'm not giving it any more information. The receipts were already provided. All I'm asking is just for it to give me the spending habits insights with regards to my current data. Now, if you already know how to ask smart questions to your data, you don't have to go through this process because you can just chat to it. But this is just for people that are not sure what is the right questions or how to get the most fruitful information from your data. So you'll notice it says, awesome, Todd. Understanding your spending habits can be a game changer for your financial health. Here's why. And then it says, awesomeness. Track where your money goes and it reveals surprising spending patterns. So just make it very clear. If you pick any one of the 5 options I provide, you will always get quickly a understanding of what that function is. So it's explaining what spending habits is first as 3 bullet points. And then it should give you 5 prompts you could ask your data to get better insights into your data. So it's recommending, for example, categorize your expenses. Break down your expenses in categories like food, entertainment, utilities. So if you're not sure you could do that, you could ask it for that question. How about review frequently? How often do you make purchases in every category? So you can ask that question. How long do I make purchases in each category? And I should give that information. We can even go further and identify necessities versus luxuries. Which expenses are essential and which can be cut back on? Very simple question, but it's also very powerful because it gives you insights into information that you necessarily wouldn't be able to do without clean data and the ability to actually read this information in a way that you can absorb, understand, and make smarter decisions with. So let's go further. We went on and it says, can you spot trends over time? Sure. Are your expenses in certain categories increasing or decreasing in each month? Very simple question, but I mean, can you do that right now? Like right now with your data? Here's just a way you could upload your pictures, let it be on the side. Once a month, you ask these 4 questions and then you have better insight into your data. Okay, last but not least, we say compare against your income. So a very simple question is, are you living within your means? So let's ask this question quickly. We're just gonna copy and paste. So we're gonna copy, we're gonna paste. If we click this and we send it, so let's see what it says. Again, this is a question I maybe not would have thought of right now, and I'm happy that the option exists that the AI can guide me through the process. It says to answer your questions, we need to consider the total income versus your expenses. Since we have some of the expenses from the receipts you have shared, let's use that as a starting point. Here are some key questions to help determine if you're living within your means. How much money do you bring in every month? How much do you spend monthly on necessities like housing, utilities, and groceries? How much do you spend on non-essential items? Are you able to put away a portion of your income or savings regularly? Do you have any debt? Are your monthly payments manageable within your income? Living within your means generally implies that your income overall covers your expenses, including your savings, your debt repayments, and without the need to incur additional costs. If your current expenses and savings are comfortably below your income, then you are likely living within your means. If you're using credit cards to cover essentials, you are not saving anything, and it might be the time to adjust your spending. Would you like to dive into a detailed analysis, Todd? If so, please provide your average monthly income or any other regular expenses, and we haven't account for yet. So it does have information, but it also acknowledges that this is a give and take. You need to bring your part to the conversation too. Let's look at the little quiz game we created. So I mentioned in the beginning, you could have gone through the prompt and picked the quiz there, or you could use a hotkey, which is /go. This will start your quiz. Like I mentioned before, the quiz is made up of 10 questions to help and aid the user into better understanding financial management. Once you complete all 10 questions in the quiz, BudgetBuddy will then review the answers received. Based on the outcome of your quiz, it will then provide you with either easier or more challenging quiz to better your finance knowledge. So let's go through the quiz. Question 1. Okay, Todd, ready for a challenge? Let's start with your first financial quiz. 1 out of 10. What's the best way to start saving? A. Cut out unnecessary expenses immediately. B. Save whatever money you have left at the end of each month. C. Set up a budget and save small, fixed amounts regularly. Or D. Wait until you have a large amount of money to save. So, what do you think is the right answer? For this example, I'm just gonna say let's go with C. Start saving small and put a little bit over time. It's a good way to get started within proper budget management without feeling overwhelmed of the process. And I said spot on, Todd. C is setting up the budget. So notice that whenever the response, it always gives you, first of all, it acknowledges you gave the right answer. Then it goes through the process of explaining why the answer is right. And then it will provide you with the next question. You'll notice that the question says 1 out of 10, 2 out of 10, and eventually you'll get 10 out of 10. So review your answers and then give you the next one. So, thank you guys for listening and thank you guys for your time. Please give BudgetBuddy a try if you want to and let me know what you think about it. See you in the next one.